Welcome back. This is Horror While Black. I'm Amani.
I'm Anthony.
And you already know if there's horror in it.
We with it.
What are we doing today?
No. Since Final Destination's out here just ruling the theaters, it's number one.
Bloodline.
Alright, yeah. I mean, what Final Destination? It's only, number one at the movies, okay? 92% on Rotten Tomato. And holding strong. And it made 102 mil at the box office. Highest ever in the Final Destination franchise. So you gotta give it up to them. So today, we just go ahead and do it. We said it's the only way. We gonna do today the best opening. What we feel like is the best deaths that we enjoy, and we gonna rank them.
Oh,
all right, we ranking them. Yes. How many fingers did you count?
Because I thought you were gonna we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. So I was gonna.
Oh, you can't count now? Oh, honey, I'm finding out new stuff every day about you. All right, the more you know. Anyway, yes, we are here. We have brainstorm, together, and we came as a collective duo. And these are our rankings, our thoughts, and our opinions on the Final Destination franchise.
And before we get into those rankings, you guys already know the deal. Take a moment, subscribe to the channel,
please.
Join the horror family. We have a fun, thrilling good time over here. Like the video, it really helps us to get pushed out and find more horror family. Okay, let's invite everybody to the cookout.
Everybody to the cookout. All right, that was a great opening.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thank you.
That a lot. All right.
Appreciate it. Right. And also, while we are doing our rankings, please comment and let us know in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What number would you change? Let's talk.
Let's rapid taste. We starting off with the openings, all right? The opening, the premonitions, that set the tone pretty much for Final Destination, all right? And we're going to go from worst to best, all right? And it's only right that we start with the worst. Pretty much, it's going to be the worst for every goddamn thing. But if you don't know, it is the Final Destination, all right? Or Final Destination 4 if you want to say it. But what makes this movie bad, it's just the fact that this was like the 3D era for me. It was like everything was in your face. They try to go for that 3D effect.
And you can't redo that when you're just watching it as a regular movie. It's just not the same impact.
It ain't that. And on top of that, I hate to say it, like, I don't give a damn about NASCAR. I don't care that we had a racetrack for the premonition. And it was trash. It was like, it was nothing exciting. Like, damn, the lady got hit by a wheel. That's the best y'all got, all right? Like, nothing was like, wow, They tried to do my mans who fell through had the wood sticking out, and he fell backwards, but it tried to add that 3D effect. It was like, it's right there. Like, come on now, chill out. Chill the hell out. Other than that, it was just rocks falling on people.
Yeah.
That's really
pieces of the, stadium area.
Yeah, and that was it. So, other than that, really nothing much was popping for that one. So that is why it is the worst opening. All right. So that's just case in point. It's 6. So that was 6. Going on to 5 will be Final Destination 5. All right. Can I lie? It was quite something because it looks like I thought it was the Golden State Bridge, the long bridge. I don't know where the hell they at. Are they in Seattle? I don't know where Final Destination take place. But anyway, this one, the premonition take place on the bridge. Very scary because there's been a lot of incidents recently with bridges. If you just seen what happened in New York, somebody came with the boat and was smacked right into the bridge. It's just wild stuff. And then it was an incident where I forgot where it was at. It was somewhere on the East Coast where the bridge came crumbling down overnight. It was crazy. Yeah. It was crazy. But, that's a fear. That's a real big fear because you stuck on the bridge and then if you just collapse, what can you do? It was terrifying. Just all the above. Even the fact that people was falling in the water, stuff was still falling on top of them was crazy. I don't know, but did they try to do the 3D effect as well? Because I remember.
I don't think.
I don't know because it was one. It was like a part of the premonition. It was like he got cut in half and then he like floated into the camera, but it looked kind of fake. It looked kind of 3D. I don't know. It looked like maybe it was bad CGI. I mean, because Bloodlines definitely got bad CGI. All right, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, some of the kills was CGI, and that's like that takes away for me because it's like if you use the practical, the effects, it makes it look more real.
True.
But some CGI, you know, I feel like if you cook it a certain way, it'll look fire. Like the overall opening, you know, was definitely something. What do you think? Because I don't want you just sitting here and just nodding your head like you're Will Smith.
I don't remember 5 like that. So like the bridge one like that. So I don't like, I just remember the bridge, but not the whole entire movie, every single moment. So I can just.
It's all right because I watched them all.
Yeah.
You know, leading up to it. So it's okay. Just follow my lead, okay?
Well, I was.
All right. Okay. Hey now. You're an all-star. Okay? At number 4, this was hard. This was hard. This one started to get tough, all right? But coming in at number 4, we had to say Final Destination 3. All right. Now, as a person that don't like roller coasters, this hit home. Okay, this made me even think I don't even want to get on roller coasters at all now. All right, even the little ones. All right, because you know you got the mini roller coasters that go up, twirl around, go down. That's it. Oh no, I'm done. Roller coasters was enough for me, dog. All right, yeah. But also a big fear of mine is always when they put the handles underneath. It comes up because you know rides be twirling and all that going upside down. That'd be my biggest fear if you go upside down. And then these some rides where it's just like stay and then go backwards. It's a mess. All right, Final Destination 3 definitely made those fears come to. Yeah, that hit me. I know. I would never. All right, our son, if he ever want to go to roller coasters, he gonna have to get one of his aunties to go because I'm not going.
He has some thrill seekers in his life, and it will not be me.
It damn sure ain't me. All right, I'm just like you. Well, hey.
Somebody else clock in.
Yeah. Because it won't be me, not at all. Coming in at number 3, Final Destination 1. Let me tell y'all something, okay? This hit home because, again, just like in recent times, airplanes are just falling out the sky. Yeah. Just falling out the sky, and there's always some bullshit at the airport. And Final Destination is good for that. And it makes me wonder, okay, if you heard somebody tripping on the airplane, are you getting off? Or you be like, bro, they just on some other shit. So I'm going to let them go. Get their ass off the plane. But will you have that consciousness in the back of your mind to get off the plane? Really?
Yeah. I think
even though you know this place where you about to go is like mad important and you know the flights ain't booked until like 11 o'clock. Yeah, but I mean like
I have always been on smooth flights. Why is this one the one that we're all on the same flight together? Yeah. So I would probably be like, I would have probably gone into prayer mode. Like, get me there.
No, definitely. I probably would be more so on the same because it's just one of them things now where I can relate everything to like Final Destination. I'm like, man, that sounds like straight out of Final Destination.
And it's just one of those things where you're just like, is this a sign?
And the one thing I do like about this open is the fact that the character was pretty much like, oh, it's like some percentage of planes falling out the sky and all that stuff. And then how they was going in, they was looking at like a special needs person. They was like, yo, if God killed him, they ain't right. Or it was a baby crying. It was like, yo, you got to be messed up God to do this. And sure enough, hey, anybody can get it, brother. All right. So that's what makes it so crazy. It's still terrifying to this day. Like I said, all I can think about is Final Destination when I go on these planes. I'm just be like, bro, just have a safe. Just get me there. That's all I can say. Just get me there safe and sound, bro. Yep. We had an incident like that one time going home to Michigan during like Christmas, and kid you not, we got over Chicago. It felt like we about to fall off the sky.
Everything was just fine.
I was asleep too, so I'm asleep. Imagine, I'm dead sleep too, like just trying to get some rest because I know we about to hit the ground running. She wakes me up out of my sleep like this.
But let me clarify.
Oh my gosh.
Let me clarify.
This is it?
Let me clarify because I actually was not worried about my life or the plane. I just hated the fact that our plane was doing this over and over, dropping. I was not worried about my life. I was just like, this is so uncomfortable and I can't control it and it won't stop and everybody else is tripping around us. Like, I just wanted to stop.
No, like, everybody was crying. Yeah. Everybody was crying. I can't say people were crying.
So it wasn't me thinking that was over. That's the crazy part. I wasn't thinking. I was just like, this is so uncomfortable and when is it going to stop? And are we going to do this the whole time? That was really
Yeah, it shook her up for a couple years.
So I had to work through that myself.
Coming in number 2, we got Bloodlines. Okay, Bloodlines is for sure. We enjoyed it for the simple fact that it was just pure chaos. First off, that building was high as hell. All right.
Skyview.
I can do heights, but sometimes it'd be like,
there's
this
a
is
limit.
too damn high. Yeah.
There's a limit.
Yeah.
That one was overly
That was too high. And then they got the nerve to be doing the twist and shouting, stomping on glass. Like, and it's like, and then the damn bellboy said, oh, it got built like 6 months early. Like, nah, dog, did y'all check this shit out? Clearly they did not.
Nope.
But they did, but at the same time,
not well enough.
They did. I mean, it's spoilers at this point. The little boy with the stupid ass penny, all right, like he threw that penny and he kept saying, "Stop doing that bullshit." And then he threw that penny, and then the rest have happened. So it's crazy. Yeah, that little badass. Like that's
watch your kids.
Yo, when that badass.
Teach them
kids.
well.
Yeah, no, and then you see when they was going up, Iris was looking at him like, yo, you just a badass. Because he kept stomping on the damn glass. She like, what the hell is you doing?
And where is your parents at?
His parents was the old hacks. That was his parents. Like, because remember, they tried to get the table, and they was like, no, he don't work here no more, because he thought his boy was going to hook him up. And he was like, we fired him. And then he's like, yeah, such and such, come right in. And they went right on in.
I didn't know.
Yep.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, man. Old ass cronies, man. Have your kids young. Number one, with a bullet. All right. It will forever be king. Final Destination 2. All right. Highway 180. Okay. Like, everything 180 if you ain't noticed.
Created the trauma that
the trauma of our lives.
Experience.
Okay.
Anytime you're behind a truck.
I'm behind a truck, a log truck, anything big.
Construction.
I'm thinking of Final Destination.
I'm merging out.
Yeah, I'm up out of here. But the log truck for sure is like, oh my gosh. Like,
they set the tone, because if we didn't have that movie,
I wouldn't be so traumatized.
We would just, that wouldn't even be, it might be a thought like, this is weird, but like, we're like, I'm not going to be the one.
I'm talking about every time I see one of these trucks, I'm hauling ass, or I'm swerving in a different lane.
Yeah,
like, yes,
every time.
I'm getting over it instantly. I'm not even messing around. I'm not messing around. But that's the testament of Final Destination 2. Like, Final Destination 2 is cool, but everybody knows that highway scene. It is ridiculous and it is crazy. And you would think people will understand the values of driving safety, but yeah, right. Motherfuckers still flying. Out here in California, when it rains, they still drive fast. If you live in Cali, am I lying? Tell me when I'm telling lies, all right? So that's just that, and that's what we're going to do our openings, man. So we just going to slide right into best deaths, because that is the thing why we come here to Final Destination Movies, to see what crazy-ass deaths we finna have in the movie. Would you like to read yours off, or you want me to just, as a collective? Because we can run them through.
We can just do one and one.
All right, man. Like, look, for Final Destination 1, I'm going to go ahead and say the bus scene, okay? When the girl got hit by the bus, my God, okay? Talk about didn't see it coming. But the thing is, they saw the bus. I think they saw the bus in the mirror, but it was like paying no mind. But she just, her last words, you can all just drop dead and then get smacked by the damn bus. I freezed it, okay? I freezed it, played it slow. My gosh. Ridiculous, all right? Talk about caught me off guard. For hers, she said the shower scene. Now, you want to explain why you picked the shower scene?
I just felt like it was it was so over the top. Like, all the things that could go wrong and then it was just so exaggerated.
Exaggerated is a great word to use, because this was where we reached supernatural terms, because it was like, if you notice, the water from the toilet came out, he slipped on the water, and then following him, after he, got, the water went back into the toilet like it never happened, so it looked like he just
did it himself.
Yes, he did it himself, and it's like, come on now, that ain't right. At 2, all right, we both said it. The elevator scene, okay, with the mother got her head stuck in the elevator.
Like, my goodness.
My gosh. All right, like,
what are we supposed to do? How do we live through that? How do we move past that?
I mean, we pretty much got to take elevators to go up to the floors, because, listen, I ain't taking them stairs to no goddamn 60th floor, 70th floor, nothing. Funny enough, we just went to Vegas, and we stayed at the Luxor, never again, but their elevator goes in a circle, and that threw us off, and we was like, what the hell is going on? And we were just standing still. Next thing you know, we jolted this way, and we're just going in a big ass circle all the way to the top. Ridiculous. Look out our window, woo, looking to the lobby, all right, my chest, heart fell out. Ridiculous, but yeah, elevator scene for sure, because it was just over the top, because they called her and said a man with hooks is going to kill you. She said what? And then the dude was like very nasty old man trying to smell her hair, sicko. All right, real sicko. He got sucked with the prosthetic hooks. It was just nasty. She started tripping. It got her head stuck, and then it was just nasty. But what makes it so scary about this is the fact that every time I see elevators, I make sure I hop my ass out. I jump out the elevator. I don't walk out. I jump my ass out because I'm not trying to take no chances because of Final Destination 2. So thank you for that. All right. Final Destination 3, we got a split because for her, the tanning bed, you want to explain why, which was a crazy way to go out.
I mean, when you think about like, dang, how do people die? To get cooked on a tanning bed, like the tanning bed is already meant to be warm around you, so you're encased.
Yeah.
So basically in a coffin.
Oh.
A hot coffin. And you're listening to music, you have your little eye things on, and you think you're just gonna get a little nice like browning on your body. And then this thing is too hot. So you're telling your friend, oh my gosh, it's a little warm in here. And then it gets to the point where you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to stay in here. Then the slat closes on both sides.
From the shelf, fell and locked them in. They couldn't get out.
Then
temperature.
It fire.
The slushy melted, came in, made this shit go haywire. While my man's put lotion, he put the lotion in the bucket. He put it in the doorway. Lotion squeezed all out. He locked out. It was just, oh my gosh.
Chaos.
For me, I'm going to say the nail gun. I mean, gosh. That was hella rough because the sheer fact that it was like, they looked like they was at a Home Depot. And if you really think about it, Home Depot is a very dangerous place.
Yes.
But god damn, who would have thought? First off, why the hell did it nail? No, they was doing stock. So that's why I was like, why is nails in the gun? But it was doing stock. But the way it just happened to old girl, it was just like she fell because the fact that the main character saved the boy, got him out the way, but it's like skipped him, went straight into her, and it was like you got it instantly, and it was crazy because just the way she just fell casually, just like and bang, that gun said pop, 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 and just went through her. Oh my gosh, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I was just wow, for that time frame. Yeah, I was tripping. I was a little paranoid to go into Home Depot because that's crazy. Home Depot loans, whatever. All right, all that stuff.
Yeah,
that was a crazy death. All right, I'm definitely gonna say that. For the Final Destination, all right, or Final Destination 4, we both agreed. The racist, okay, he had to get it. And on top of that, if you thinking we're just calling him racist just because he was, if you look his character up, his name is Racist. Yeah. Okay, you look up his wife, racist wife. Okay, so that's just funny all around. But yes,
he had to go just because, like, what are you racist for?
He racist, man. Listen, NASCAR. That's what. Why am I going to NASCAR for shit like this? I think not.
And you're not about to call me chocolate.
Yo, he called him the N-word and chocolate. That's a double whammy. Hurry, that's a double whammy. But the way he went out was ridiculous. So that's why we say it's the best, because he deserved it. Him and the little ass boy. Okay, even though it was a premonition, but still, those were like the characters only in Final Destination. I'm like, I'm glad you got it.
Yeah,
you know. So yes, that's the best death in 4. All right, for the racist. In 5, we both agreed. Listen, talk about.
Things you don't think about.
Things you don't think about in the build-up to this. It was hands down. All right, you couldn't see this shit coming because you don't know what's about to happen. The gymnast scene. All right, I'm talking about edge of your seat. All right, it was like you had the nail on the damn beam. She jumping all around. You don't know she about to flip right onto it or step on it or whatever. She dodging that.
So much anxiety.
The damn fucking air conditioning fan is rolling too damn fast. You don't know it's about to fall on her. What else happened? The cord exposed to water. Yeah. It's just shocking. It's just so much about to happen. I never would have thought the damn dust, the chalk dust, blow her in her face.
And that was it.
And blinds her, and she go off flipping and just break everything in her body. Just ridiculous. And you know, I don't know. If you was a gymnast, was you
very
terrified by
shocking.
that? Yeah, don't know everything about it. It was like she folded like a pretzel. All right, it was disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, just wow. The red
Yeah.
stuff everywhere. But the buildup was amazing.
Yeah.
For 6, we had a split because for her, she said the best death was the ending.
Yeah.
You care to explain why?
Well, there were others I enjoyed, but I feel like that one was the one where the buildup of the end is like, we made it. Now we can enjoy our lives. Now
crazy.
we can like, let's go live our lives. We're the only ones left. Like, let's go.
And the fact is that they was talking to, I guess that was the father of the daughter who about to take the prom. He's like, I guess he was a doctor. And he's like, oh man, we did that because you brought him out to life. He's like, not really.
Yeah,
not
like
really. He played it off so like,
she
I don't
wasn't
think
gone.
So. Yeah.
And so to think that like, and in that moment they were like, oh my gosh, it's still not over. And then here we go, one final, what?
No, I was just gonna say the Penny played that. That's the crazy part. The main villain again. You had Death and you had this Penny. But the Penny was maybe
was the representation.
It had to be, because goddamn it, who would have thought that Penny traveled from the damn the lemonade stand where the old lady like, dropped my penny, traveled all the way to the train track, jammed it, and just my gosh,
derailed the train. The train is coming into the neighborhood, and then they start booking and running because they know death is coming because y'all really didn't cheat it. And then
only to let the train stop, and then the log trucks crash into the damn
and took them out.
Took them both out.
I felt like that whole build up was really good and fun because you're just like, oh my gosh, they really didn't make it. So how's it going to happen now? And they tried really hard and they're like, oh my God, that was so close. And then you have like 2 seconds of like, whew, they made it up. No, you didn't.
For me, I'm going to say the grandma, because the grandma death was ridiculous. Now we know. MRI was the highlight. All right.
That one was crazy.
No, MRI was crazy, but it was just more so the fact that it was just like, you guys don't know that's an MRI machine. You get what I'm saying? It's more so like, oh shit, this is an MRI machine. They looked at it like, what is this? And then all the stuff just started happening. Mm-hmm. It's a video going around TikTok and on X that people be like, oh, this is why you don't wear metal to an MRI. Mm-hmm. And they throw a chair in there. Mm-hmm. They throw a lot of stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy vibes. But yeah, that's why you don't do it, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. So yes, that's our best deaths. And then we're gonna go ahead and get to the grand finale, what we are all here for. Okay, I feel like everybody always got the rankings. I mean, it's been so many rankings I've seen online with Bloodlines being out, and we are here. We came as a collective and our rankings, and we're going to give you feedback to why this is our rankings. All right, so ranking the Final Destination franchise. Coming in dead last, you already know, it's super ass. Okay, the Final Destination, all right? For one, the racist. Matter of fact, I'm going to be honest with you. What the hell are we so racist? Why was we so racist for this one? And 5. 5 was racist too, to a certain degree. But this was like racist in your face.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, this made me really hate NASCAR. Okay. I'll never go to a NASCAR event now. So that was ridiculous. I didn't like the 3D effect for the premonitions. It was ridiculous. The death of that one friend in the pool. He got his guts sucked out. Yeah. That was dumb. Yeah. Okay.
And the acting wasn't great.
The acting was bad.
It just wasn't
the acting was bad. You know, my man's from what movie is ATL. He from? Huh? ATL. You ain't getting no cutty. But I did like the character. I did like the main character, and his girl believed him with everything. She wasn't questioning him. She wasn't like, why are you doing this and this and that? Oh, it's just some thoughts or whatever. He said, yo, you don't do this, don't do that. She listened. And she had the same feeling like, nah, don't do it, don't do that. So they were ride or die, so I like that. And the ending was trash. The ending was trash because they was at the coffee shop and you didn't get to see it. You saw it in X-ray vision, which was bad. So that's just that. At number 5, Final Destination 5, already gave it away, kind of. But yes, this is better than the Final Destination. But also the fact that it was just more so like, characters didn't really care about Sam, the main character. Oh my gosh, what a loser. Okay, first off, if you don't know, he was offered a job to go to Paris to be a chef. Okay, his girlfriend, before they go to the incident on the bridge, his girlfriend broke up with him, said, we're not working out. Okay, told him that. Then he comes over to the house after the incident, try to be like, get that sympathy ass. Okay, I'm gonna call it what it is. And he was like, oh, I want you to go to Paris with me. And she was like, you should go to Paris. Start your life over. She gave you signs, Sam. She was done with you, bro. She didn't want nothing to do with you, but you were so whipped, all right, that you just could not let go, all right? And then in the end, I know she regretted, because what happened? You end up dying anyway. You should have just left them, girl, all right? That's what happens. But that was that. I just didn't like Sam. The kills was other than the gymnast. Everything else was just like whatever. But the black guy was weak. All right, so weak. How you gonna let this old ass man talk to you? Okay, just trash. Hey, get your old ass on the fucking line. And he was the boss. He was the boss, honey. All right, and you gonna have this old head just talk reckless to me? I'll fire your stupid ass. Coming in at number 4, Final Destination 2. Okay. Let's keep it a buck, y'all. Other than the highway incident, what really is we talking about? All right. Now, it is some scenes, okay? Like the stupid ass boy playing with the pigeons, got smashed by the glass, okay? That happened. We talked about the mother with the elevator. But what else, y'all? What else? I know the girl was in was in the car jammed up, and then her head backed up into the pole. That was crazy, but it wasn't like, whoa, crazy. It was just like, damn, that happened so fast. My man's got chopped with the barbed wire, whatever. My man's got hit with the ladder in his eye, but it was kind of stupid because it was like he slipped on the spaghetti. And he saw it coming, so it's kind of like, ooh. But it wasn't like, like the others have been more detrimental. But this was like I said, the highway is the reason why this film is legendary. All right, that's really it. That's really it. Coming in at number 3 is the first Final Destination. All right, first Final Destination set the tone. It was a crazy concept. Listen, all right, I read the internets. Okay, everybody and their mama know. And if you don't know, this was supposed to be an X-Files episode. All right, that turned into a movie. So yes, we know. Okay, we know. But that was it. That was pretty much it about that. It was just the tone setter, all right? It made airplanes crazy, all right? It was scary as hell to get on an airplane. The teacher death was ridiculous. Yes, the shower scene was ridiculous. Goddamn, Stifler got his head chopped off. That was crazy, but Stifler was like a loser. He was getting pushed around crazy enough that the American Pie came out before this. And it's just like, damn, Stifler, why you so, man? It was weird to see him like that, but that was crazy. But yeah, it was crazy enough because of the fact that the times, this was like 2000, early 2000. It was just like how they was like navigating everything. It was like, whoa, like, because he knew his friends were gonna pass away because the way the magazine chopped up and said his name, or he had to trace. He had to trace the seating order from off the TV. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy ways throughout Final Destination how they would find out like the order of death. The second one is still crazy because it went backwards. So I'm like, whatever. But I like the third one because the third one's with the pictures. Yeah. It was just different ways, but the first one was definitely it, but it made me afraid to fly. Like it made me afraid to fly. So that was just that. And then the bus scene, of course. The bus, we already know. Like that was crazy. Coming in at number 2, we're going to say Bloodlines. Bloodlines was by far a great movie. It was a real damn good time at the theaters. It is number 1 for a reason. Like I said in the review, if you haven't watched it, go ahead and check out our review. Didn't really need to be in IMAX. I mean, what the hell? I mean, Dolby makes more sense because you get to hear the crunching and everything. So that makes a little bit more sense in Dolby. But IMAX is whatever, it is what it is. But overall, just a great film. All right, this is the best story in Final Destination franchise. Because usually all the others was just a premonition. Somebody, cheated death. Death comes after everybody. That's the movie. This one had a whole thing, a story tied to it. Hell, it's even a theory online, y'all, that this is connected to all the Final Destinations. Because they was like, the families are the offspring of all the people that was at this damn place, at this tower in 6. So it makes all the sense in the world if that's true. If it is, that's nuts. If it ain't, it's still nuts. Just to even have that concept. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I say they don't need to make no more Final Destination after this, because that will just put the cherry on top. So that's just that. Enjoy the kills, all right. A -1 for me. If you watch the review, you know which one I'm talking about. But other than that, just a damn good time at the theaters, all right? Just
it really was.
That's just it. And it's good to see it with a packed house because the whole crowd be
enjoying it with you.
Enjoying it. So that's what's it. And then number 1, hands down, will probably be forever, ever, okay? It's Final Destination 3. What more do I got to say? All right. A memorable movie. Memorable kills, just everything about grand opening, grand closing. We open with the roller coaster, we end with the subway. What kill do you want that wasn't over the top? All right, we got the nail gun, we got the sauna bed, we got the weights, we got the gym. You know what I'm saying? It's just what do you want? What do you want? Everything is memorable in this goddamn movie. It's just ridiculous. So yes, that is going to do it for everything Final Destination with us. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's our longest video right now.
That was all. I mean,
that was literally everything Final Destination. Ain't nothing else to talk about. I know I skimmed over it, but Final Destination 5, that twist was amazing. But still, you know, other than the twist and the gymnast, that's really it for the movie. But everything else is right down to the T with our rankings and everything. So, with that being said, man, we hope you enjoy this movie because we enjoy putting this list together for y'all. So, again, rapper taste in the comments. Let us know. What you thought, because we want to know, man. We want to know these things. Okay, this is like over, 20-some years of trauma with all these movies. Okay, we enjoyed
Fearing for your life.
Fearing for your damn lives. Every scenario you can think of, Final Destination probably was like, oh, let me just scare the shit out of you. And hey, that's why we love it. So with that being said, let us know.
Yes, please.
Just let us know, man. And hey, maybe in the future we'll do more of these. So maybe
if you guys let us know if
y'all get this video up and liking enough, we'll do some more. Promise, we'll do that. So,
but we try to keep it short and sweet. We understand, you know, everybody got things to do. But if you enjoy to sit back, relax, have a snack, have a little drink, put your feet up and just listen, then maybe we'll do some more. But you got to show us and you got to let us know. Otherwise,
show us love. Because look, man, you can agree with the list, you can disagree, you can cuss us out. We get the hell out of here. I'm talking about the rankings because everybody got different rankings. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure everybody
that's what it is. Oh, don't go crazy in the comments because I get with the crazies. But yes, that's that. With that being said, I'm Anthony. She's Amani. We up out here. We'll see you next time.
Bye.